Have you ever received feedback or criticism? What was your first reaction to it? Did you start feeling like you must run away from the entire experience? Did you start feeling disappointed? Did you feel like all the hard work and all the effort just went in vain? Or did you start critiquing the person who gave you the feedback? Don't worry. Often, these are some of the most common responses that we feel when we come across feedback. This happens because when we come across conflicting information, our brain starts to question our own capability. And this questioning is very irritating to our ego. Would you want to ace the feedback loop, especially when it's coming from someone or some place which is important to you? Here are 5 psychological strategies that will help you learn the art of accepting feedback. Number 1, try to look at it objectively. Have you ever wondered that when we look at our lives objectively, a lot of our problems get solved? Similarly, when we look at the word feedback, it simply means that it's new information on how someone perceives or approaches a given task or an action or a circumstance for that matter. When we take out all the personal attachments and emotions out of the word, feedback becomes fresh perspective. Number 2, check the intention of the source. You must have noticed that sometimes we say things just out of spite. And sometimes we say things because we want the other person to grow and prosper and progress in their own lives. We cannot blame the world for sharing uninvited opinions with us. The baton lies with us to receive those opinions from the world and dissect the ones that are constructive and the ones that will help us grow. Once we know that this is a constructive feedback that we are receiving, the upcoming 3 steps are going to help you ace them. Number 3, extend a show of acceptance. Imagine a situation where you walked into a room and you saw your sink in the kitchen full of unclean dishes. You turned around and you exclaimed to your partner that, hey, the kitchen looks a bit dirty. Would you mind coming along with me and cleaning it up? The next thing that you will see is that your partner is sulking in the corner. Why? Because your partner took your feedback or a well-meaning information in a negative way and they started questioning their own worthiness in the relationship. The similar thing happens when we receive feedback, especially on things on which we have put in our heart and soul. Our brain puts a big question mark on our professional or personal capability and worthiness. But now that we know how to look at feedback objectively, it simply means fresh perspective and the intention of the source is completely positive, then it becomes meaningless to take things personally or to take things in a negative context. In fact, in professional settings or even in relationships, taking things in a negative context and defending ourselves over it becomes counterproductive. It shows us that we are inflexible and rigid, and these are not favorable traits. We have to inculcate this habit within us, which allows us to look at differences in opinion positively and realize deep within that there can be multiple ways of doing or looking at a particular object or a subject. This solves a lot of our problems. Number 4, analyze the feedback. So now that you have heard the feedback, what is the next step? The next step is to do permutation and combination in your mind. That why did you follow the old approach that you were doing currently? How this new approach is going to add value onto it. When you do this deliberation, you'll automatically have certain questions. Ask them away. Clarify your doubts. This will not only help you improve upon it, but it will also show that you not only heard the words, but you also actively listen to it. Number 5 and the final point, do regular check-ins. This is especially important when feedback is given in a professional context. If your manager in an annual appraisal or in an impromptu situation is giving you feedback on a particular topic or subject, you must take it upon yourself to not only implement the feedback but also do regular check-ins. You will end up improving upon it by adding your own expertise to it. When you hit roadblocks and you are lost on how to move forward from here, regular check-ins are going to help you brainstorm along with your manager on how to overcome the challenges and make the process even more better. Learning how to receive constructive feedback comes handy in various phases of our life. As a spouse, it makes us a more stable and conscious partner. As a colleague, it makes us a more humble team worker. As a manager, it helps us understand how our teams are progressing in their own functions and how the manager can help them succeed. And as a leader, it becomes imminent because any feedback that is given to a leader, especially from the grassroots level, helps them to refine their vision and deliberate on the next strategy that they are going to implement. If you have made it till the end of this video, I'd request you to share your own experience in dealing with feedback. I hope you found this 5-point strategy relevant in your own lives, and I hope that you'll be able to take something valuable out of it. Do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon if you want to be notified whenever I publish a new video. This is it from my end today. I'll see you in my next one. Till then, have a good day. Bye-bye.